So once again, I'm going to be doing a My Hero Academia chapter reaction video on chapter 318 to be exact. I will link the chapter in the description if you guys are interested in reading it alongside of me. I'll give you a few moments to kind of, just go to the chapter and then pull it up alongside of me. But before I begin, though, there is something, though, I do want to mention, which when I was navigating to click on this chapter on Viz Media site, I saw them advertising this series called, like, the, let me pull it up here, the Hunter's Guild. I'll probably show a picture, actually, on screen for you can see. This series, I don't know if it's just me, but it looks exactly like Horikoshi-sensei's art. Now, I did a little bit of digging, apparently, and apparently this series is done by an assistant of Horikoshi-sensei, so that's pretty interesting. That is interesting. So, literally an assistant of Horikoshi is working on a manga, had his first chapter released today. I'm definitely going to have to check it out. I do like the artwork. I've always loved, Horikoshi's artwork in My Hero Academia, and so just seeing the artwork and instantly makes me want to gravitate towards trying it out. Just judging by the title and stuff, it looks like it might be a Little Red Riding Hood type theme story, so it might be focusing around fairy tales and stuff, and I would love it if it goes into, let's say, the Brothers Grimm type storyline with the darker fairy tales. But let's get back on topic, though. Let's talk about My Hero Academia. I wanted to mention that because I noticed it today. So, chapter 318, we are starting off, it seems, with Endeavor right at the start. So, this is looking really good already, because you know how I feel about Endeavor. I love the character. You may hate him, some people may hate him, but I love Endeavor. He's went through so much character development, characterization. He's been fantastic throughout the entirety of his, spotlight we've had in these past few arcs, and I'm just glad to see that even though Izuku has taken a very active role in the story, we've seen a lot of development going on, especially with the last chapter, which, holy crap, that last chapter was insane, especially with Stain appearing, yo. But, I hope we get some more Stain in this chapter. Oh, please, Horikoshi, give me some more Stain. But, I'm very happy that, let's say, Endeavor hasn't been, shoved to the side. He's still very relevant. We're seeing his character still develop, and seeing how he's kind of handling, dealing with All Might's successor. There is a lot to really take from Endeavor's character recently, so I'm excited. So, anyways, let's begin. Let's get started. There's 18 pages, apparently. Okay. We're switching up our approach, Deku. At this rate, you're not going to last much longer. Okay, so he's talking about how, Izuku's continuously pushing himself. Even All Might stated it, so just when you think about it, it makes sense. People are probably seeing how worn down Izuku looks. He needs to take a break before he goes past the point of no return and potentially gets an injury, just like how All Might received from All for One, when, he had his stomach, a hole put in his stomach. So, it's very likely that Izuku might, get a life or death injury very soon if he does not chill out. I wonder if Horikoshi-sensei is willing to, go down that path. Okay, the official dispatch dates for the foreign heroes will be decided soon. Okay, so we're having overseas heroes coming in. That means there will be a lot more personnel available to expand our operation. You're the key to all of this, so we can't have you running yourself into the ground. Chapter's called 318 Reckless. Ooh, what a chapter title. I'm still on my feet. I'm fine. And I can't give the villains time to prepare. Okay, so he's not listening to Endeavor. I mean, to be fair, if he's not going to listen to All Might, he's not going to listen to Endeavor. Let's just be completely honest here. If he's not going to, actually listen to his hero, someone he's looked up to since he was a little kid, he definitely will not listen to anyone else, because that's the one person I would say that he would actually listen to. So, I understand why the chapter's called Reckless. I can't get over the design of Izuku. It looks so good. This top page 2, I love the way Izuku's design looks. The ragged, hero outfit. It looks so good. Because, when you look at, his costume at the beginning of the story, people used to meme and make fun of him all the time. I know even I did. I made fun of his outfit a little bit when I started reviewing My Hero Academia, years ago. The beginning chapters, and, his outfit was introduced. I remember just laughing at it because it made him look so dorky. But now looking at his outfit just looking so, rugged, you just see, marks of worn on it. It looks so cool. So once again, it goes to show the, character designs of Horikoshi. He's always doing a good job with that. Okay, so we have the Vestiges appearing. Listen, Ninth, your wounds are far from healed, and it's not yet time to throw caution to the wind. So even his Vestiges are warning him. Okay, that's not good when his own, like, quirk is saying, hey, man. Okay, so we have a meeting of the users. Okay, my own feelings place a heavy burden on him. Nah, the kiddo sees every cause as a worthy one. For better or for worse, the manifestation of our quirks has enabled him to act on his primary motive. He now seeks to save everyone as a true superhero. He's choosing the right path. Wait, what? Okay, so, this is the second, if I believe. Am I right? I believe it's the second talking here. You think so, leader? Inaction is not an option, especially given the circumstances. That's how it is for those of us who bear one for all. That said, if anything that could bolster Izuku Midoriya now, it would be... So, from what it seems like, the second is okay with Izuku being this reckless. I mean, I guess it makes sense from the standpoint we found out, because he was someone that found All For One's little brother, you know, the actual original One For All user, and kind of started all of the chain of events here. So when you really do think about it, it makes sense why he would be all for Izuku being reckless, because he probably was reckless in his life as well, since he was a main leading group member, you know, just going in and going up against All For One. Okay, so Izuku, he's in the middle of, man, the buildings look so torn down. So, I'm assuming he's doing hero duty right here. He's using Black Whip. I love how Black Whip now comes literally out of his outfit. It kind of looks like tendrils, like tentacles literally coming out of his hero outfit. Like, it looks like it's even coming out of his leg area. I don't know. Maybe it's just the way the picture is drawn. But just, like, I really love how Black Whip is being used. It's no longer just coming out of his hands. It's literally like coming through his hero costume and literally looking like tentacles. Someone said last week, actually, when I was talking about his outfit, so it said that he actually looks exactly like Spawn. And now that someone mentioned that, I can't get that out of my head. Izuku really does look like Spawn. So it's just like, it makes sense. I mean, Horikoshi's always went out of his way to have, like, parallels and similar, like, images to certain heroes from DC and Marvel. So just seeing an image that, you know, looks like Spawn, it makes perfect sense. But just, holy crap, I love the usage of Black Whip right now. Okay, are you hurt? Multiple quirks. Are you working for all... Oh, that's not good. That's not good. What? No. Great. Glad to hear. We're fine, really. We're just dandy. That kid is rather scared, it looks like. Uh-oh. What does All For One want? Where is he? Everyone's got it rough. I have to put a stop to Shigaraki and the League. I can't let them hurt anyone else. I have to complete One For All. Now it's your turn. Oh, I like that image. I like that image. It literally shows All For One saying, and now it's your turn, and also it shows All Might as well. I really like that image. That's a really good freaking image. Just showing the parallel of, you know, good and evil, how All For One and One For All is not really that different from each other, and how they've always been one side of each coin, like on another coin. It's just like, I like that. That's a really good image. So that everyone can live their lives in peace and safety. Okay. Seeing the picture of Izuku's mother, this actually concerns me. I think many are not really taking that into consideration. Think about one thing that has always been a big detail about superheroes in superhero comics, movies, etc. They always mask their identity. For what reason? What is the true purpose of why a hero truly masks themselves, at least in a story? It's because they don't want their identity shown, not because they're just a vigilante, but because if the enemies of the hero find out their true identity, they can attack those closest to them. And let's think about the concept of what we know so far. Izuku did technically separate himself away from his schoolmates, everyone from UA, to be able to keep them safe. But All For One is an individual that is able to dig up details. He's able to really dive in and know things. We know this. We definitely know this. I mean, he figured out, you know, All Might's successor, which was Izuku, a long time ago. We've known. And basically, it's clear that he probably could easily track down who Izuku's parents are. And I feel like just seeing this image of Izuku's mother makes me believe that All For One won't just probably stop at maybe messing with Izuku's friends or even All Might. He might go after Izuku's mother. Like, what if, just hypothetically, we have like an Uncle Ben situation from Spider-Man? Like, think about that, okay? We all know that Horikoshi-sensei, he loves Spider-Man. He's a big fan of Spider-Man. What if he decides to kill off Izuku's parent, the mother, and also kill off All Might? And literally, it would be a Spider-Man situation. That would be crazy, but I feel like Izuku's mother has been in a very dangerous area for a very long time, and now that Izuku's in the spotlight now, there's someone that's gonna die close to him that All For One is really gonna manipulate to get to him. Something like that's gonna happen. I don't think it's necessarily gonna be his classmates. I think it's actually gonna be his family. That's what I truly believe is going to happen. But anyways, I got on my little mini, discussion. Let's continue. Okay, so we can all smile together again. Oh, that's sad. That's very sad. There's such a huge contrast between this and the anime right now. Like, if you watch the latest episodes of the anime, it was all smiley, the Christmas episode, etc. And then you see this, you see Izuku literally just there is no expression of happiness. He's just doing what he wants to do. His primary goal being a hero. And just oh my goodness. This feels like a chapter setting up for a potential death. Okay, a reckless rampage born of anxiety and impatience. You take on the world alone to the point of exhaustion and ruin. Yes, indeed, you're just as he described you. Power in numbers, I say. Taking you in will bring me security. You are Dictator, an escapee from Tartarus, another hired gun. Dictator. So what is his ability then? Let's hope you're the one who tells me where All For One is. Ho-ho, spoiling for a fight, are you? Very well, a fight you shall have. Against the ignorant masses themselves. We can't control our... Oh, so he's a body control. Uh-oh, that's not good. So it's like Shinzo then. So he's able to do what Shinzo's capable of, but I'm assuming he doesn't have complete control of their mind. He just controls their body. Ooh, that's not good. Dictator, the one who caught him 5 years ago was Crust. Oh, why do you gotta remind me of my boy Crust? Okay, I know people meme on him, but I really love Crust. That image of him dying and doing the thumbs up, and then the POV perspective of him crumbling away while Aizawa, carries on. That image still sits in me. That's a really powerful image. I remember I made a full-on discussion about Crust's death in the manga chapter review I did. And I know people don't care much about Crust, but I personally did, and just the way his death was, it really was a big moment, because you literally saw him smiling, but we knew deep down he was sad and didn't want to die. There was so much about that scene, and just seeing the mention of Crust again, I'm glad that he's being remembered, but it sucks that people don't give him the recognition he deserves. Okay, Dictator, the one who caught him 5 years ago, was Crust. It was during the bloodless surrender case. His quirk is Despot. His control over others can only be broken with a strong blow to his victims, or by knocking him out. So he has to get rough either with the people being controlled or just straight up knock out the main guy. So he's kind of like a necromancer, which if you know anything about necromancers, etc., it's usually the main tactic is always to go after the summoner, go after the necromancer. But the thing is, it's not that easy, because the necromancer surrounds himself with all of his minions, and you can't really get to him without getting through the minions. So basically, it makes it very difficult. This puts Izuku in a very difficult situation. This is a really hard opponent to fight, especially if you're a hero, because you're having to do damage to civilians. So it's, yeah, I do wonder how his quirk works, though. I wonder how he takes control over someone. That's not explained yet, because technically, he's controlling their body, but not their mind, but how does he get control of them? Is he capable of taking control of Izuku? I mean, technically Shinzo's quirk doesn't work on Izuku fully, because Izuku's able to break out of it thanks to One For All, but... Okay, well, let's see. Of course he's taking precautions by having civilians shielded. Oh, you see, I was right, Necromancer. I can't resort to big powerhouse moves. What about Air Force? No, I don't have my gloves. Maybe Black Whip. This isn't our fault. Our bodies aren't listening to us. We're not trying to hurt you. I know that. It's okay. I'll free you of this and you'll be fine. I just need a strategy. So Izuku's not fighting back. He's not hitting them. This is a very difficult situation for Izuku, because technically he's not going to hurt civilians. That punk. Armor-piercing shot. Wait, is that Bakugo? Is that freaking Bakugo? Okay. if there's anything that could bolster Izuku Midoriya now, it would be, he's here, guys. Oh my goodness. I did not expect to see my man Bakugo back so quick. I figured that Bakugo would have... is this the last page? It is. Oh, that sucks. So... Bakugo's already back on the scene. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm very happy about this. So, just taking a look at this page real quick, it's clear that Bakugo is communicating with others. So, I'm assuming he's probably talking with all the others from the Class A and all that. I'm assuming, unless Endeavor and Todoroki, you know, got in contact with Bakugo to find him. You know, this is an interesting scene. So, Bakugo's actually saving Izuku. It's kind of like a nice callback to how, you know, Izuku saved Bakugo at the beginning of the story, especially when Izuku's really down right now and taking everything on his own shoulders. This is gonna be an interesting one. I do wonder how Izuku's gonna handle this situation, though. Is he going to openly accept Bakugo being there, or is he going to still run away and go off and do his own thing? There's a lot of things I wonder about this, but, wow, what a chapter. So we already have set up for Bakugo and the classmates seeing Izuku once again. I wonder who got him here, if it was just All Might that contacted Bakugo. So many. But then Stain as well. I do wonder how Stain's gonna be. That's one that's got me too. I want to see Stain. So this chapter is really interesting. There is a lot of set. This is more of a calm chapter showcasing how reckless Izuku has been. But I feel like the main purpose of what this chapter is like saying something bad is going to happen soon thanks to Izuku's actions. I don't feel like this is the end of Izuku's recklessness. I feel like someone's going to die. Someone is definitely going to die. It's either going to be Izuku's mother, All Might, Gran Torino. I mean, he already kind of escaped death, so kind of if Horikoshi want to go that far to say he's escaped death so far, I guess killing him now would be feel a little bit cheap. So, I mean, I feel like it's going to be All Might or Izuku's mother. Just one or the other. I have that feeling. Now, if Bakugo legitimately did die, that would be insane. Don't think so, but, you know, like, I don't think he'll die, but if he did, that would be insane. But, yeah, this is a good freaking chapter of My Hero. A lot of good stuff here. I just can't wait to see what is done next with the story, because, like, there's a lot of potential here, with Stain finding out about the conversation of All Might and Izuku, to, you know, everybody thinking Izuku literally is like an all-for-one subordinate. Now, that's a big one, because now Izuku literally looks like a villain. Like, he doesn't look trustworthy. Oh, just, yeah. But anyways, I guess I'm going to leave it at that, though. Thank you so much for everyone that tuned in and watched this video. And if you enjoyed my content and if you would like more, etc., you know, let me know in the comments below. Leave a like on this video. Click that subscribe button. And also hit that bell icon if you want to get notified for whenever I upload a video. But with that, guys, be safe, stay healthy. Chibi out.